You know, it looks good. New Orleans Saints look good.
They look really good.
And I'm not just saying that because he's just about to join us right now. Is he ready to join us right now? Head coach of the 2-0 New Orleans Saints, Dennis Allen, right here, looking like the cat that ate the canary, with 91 points eating the cat, eating the canary. Good to see you, Coach. How are you?
Yeah, man, Rich, I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, you're doing great. I can confirm that. I can totally confirm that. What has this been like for you? Obviously, listen, I know we're marathoning. We're not sprinting. You're not raising a banner. We're 2-0. I get it. But this has been a phenomenal start for your team. Your perspective has been what, Coach?
Well, first of all, I'd say this. I'd say you've kind of got this routine down pretty good. So you kind of know exactly where I'm at. Look, it's been good. I've been really excited about the way that we've been able to play. I think in all three phases, offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. Certainly our offense has been extremely explosive. We've been able to score a lot of points, and that's been really beneficial for our team, our fan base, our confidence, everything that we're doing. And yet we know that it's a long season, and we've got to make sure we come in each and every week and get ourselves prepared and ready to play.
So, and again, I know you're not hanging any mission accomplished banners, but I'm assuming the offense looking the way that it is what you were hoping for when you hired Klint Kubiak. Why did you hire Klint Kubiak to begin with, Coach?
Well, look, A, I had a little bit of familiarity with him. B, he's done it before, so he knows what it's like to call plays in the National Football League. He's had success doing it. He's experienced failures doing it. You learn from those failures. I think the scheme that he's been involved with throughout his entire life is one that presents a lot of challenges for defenses. And so I wanted a system that I felt like allowed us to be able to run the football well, utilize the play action passing game, and where we could be a little bit more of a balanced football team. And I think, our identity in my mind has to be, to play great defense, and be able to run the football on offense and be explosive in the play action game. And I think so far we've been able to do that.
And in terms of your quarterback, Coach, I don't think I'm telling any tales out of school when I say the manner in which his Vegas career ended, his Raiders career ended, year before, year of, and then last year with some, a little bit of an adjustment for him. He looked like a guy who wasn't enjoying playing deep down. And the guy I see for the first 2 weeks is a joyful guy. And I'm wondering if you would agree with that assessment, Coach.
Yeah, I think certainly he's had a lot of challenges, throughout his career. I think there's always been a ton that's been put on his plate in terms of, being the guy that's out front in the organization. He's always had to make all the checks on the line of scrimmage. He's been the one that's had to get everybody in the right play, and he's never been able to just kind of go out and just play football. And I think he's able to do that now. I think he's, some of the burden and the responsibility of being the flag holder for the team he doesn't have to do all those things, and so he's able to be free to just play the game. And I think, I do. I think he's enjoying doing that, and I'm enjoying watching him do it.
Wow.
He's playing outstanding right now.
Well, I guess I should just walk in through the front door instead of trying to be coy about it. Have you had conversations with him straight up to say, hey, throw an arm around him, you're our guy, or Clint and him connect, they go fishing, they've done something together? I'm just trying to see where I could put my finger on it to why it's so explosive and so different and so comfortable looking, Coach.
Yeah, I think, look, I just think it fits what he can do. And more so than anything else, it fits what the rest of our players can do and do well. And what we've done is we freed those guys up to not have to think so much and just be able to go out and play. And when you have guys like Olave and Shaheed and those guys that really have that speed down the field, and you take away, hey, look, you don't have to worry about reading all these different coverages. Just run the frickin' route and let the quarterback throw it to the open guy. And you tell the quarterback, hey, look, this is the read. It's 1, 2 to 3. And, you know, if one's open, bang it on him. If not, get through your progression. And I think that's what, you know, he's been able to do. And man, it's worked great. And look, he's had great protection. Alvin's been running the ball extremely well. The offensive line's playing well. So when all those things are working together, you know, you can usually have some pretty good success.
What's it like to be a coach of a team in a locker room that just beat down a team that the rest of the country didn't think you had the opportunity or the ability to beat down, Coach?
Look, anytime you win in the National Football League, it's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. And yet I know that this is a week-to-week game that we play. And as good as it feels when you win a game like that, if you don't come back and back it up with another solid performance, then it's a pretty crappy feeling the next week. So we're kind of focused on getting ready for Philly. Excited about that opportunity. It's a good team coming in here, and we'll get our guys ready to play.
Well, I'm not looking for a game ball. I'm not looking to be off till Wednesday here. I'm just saying, like, put me in your shoes, man. Sunday. Yeah. You just put
well,
a 40.
You're not looking to be off because nobody was off. Okay. Too early in the season for that. We got too much work to do.
There was no victory Monday or Tuesday? There was no victory?
No, not in week 2 of the season. Let's see if we can't stack 4, 5, 6 of these things in a row, and then we might think about that.
Okay, but trust me, I haven't heard from any of your guys.
You'd have a hard time on my team, Rich. You know that?
I'm sprinting, right? I forgot the whole marathoning part. I'm sprinting, but that, you know, I'm a sprinter. But seriously, what's it like to hand out a game ball in AT&T Stadium after, you know, putting a bang thing on the Cowboys when, you know, nobody's really expecting you to do that right now, Coach? Yeah,
well, look, nobody expected us to really do anything this season. And so, look, it's a gratifying feeling to win in our league. It's a great feeling. We enjoy it for, you know, players probably for about 24 hours or 18 hours, coaches probably for about, you know, 5 or 6 hours. And then we get right back into work and go into the next one, because the reality is, you know, 2 wins just guarantees you that you're going to go no worse than 2-15 this season. And so we got to focus on how do we get to win number 3. And if we spend too much time patting ourselves on the back after win number 2, then win number 3 becomes that much more difficult.
Well, and I guess it was helpful last night that you could scout your next 2 opponents with one sitting of a watching a game, right? Is that what you did last night?
Yeah, I got a chance to watch a good bit of that game last night. You know, it's was a crazy game, crazy ending. It looked like both teams ran the ball exceptionally well. And so I know that's going to be something that's going to be an important part of the next couple of weeks is our ability to run the football and our ability to stop the run.
And then in terms of your self-evaluation, Coach, how are you a different coach than when you first took over, or even this year?
Well, I think each year you grow. Each year you get more comfortable in what you're doing. I think each year this team and this coaching staff has become more and more in my mold. And look, these things don't just happen overnight. I mean, we went from being a highly successful team. We had a lot of change in the last couple of years. And you know, my hope is that my vision for this team is beginning to start to take shape.
Okay. So then what Rod Woodson once upon a time told me, Coach, that the most adaptable organism in sports is an NFL defense. So, and you would know that better than most. What do you think is repeatable by our offense moving forward? That what we have seen is not an outlier. What we have seen, maybe the 91 points in 2 games, is something that's a lot. But what do you think? What do you think?
I've said this all along. People ask me a lot of questions about, you know, did you see this coming? And my answer's been the same. I don't know that I ever saw the scoreboard looking the way that it did, but I knew based on the way that our guys work, the way our guys have practiced, the way we meet, the attention to detail, the accountability that our players have with each other, I knew that we were going to have some success. Now, I don't know what that success is always going to look like, but I think we have a good football team. And the biggest thing is for our guys is to continue to understand how we got to this point, and we got to this point with a lot of hard work, and not really listening to all the people that doubted us that are now wanting to pat us on the back. And so we didn't listen to them then, and we're not planning on listening to them now.
Do you lean on your veterans, your horses on defense to deliver that message that this thing is, there's no banners being raised here? I mean, Cam Jordan, Tyrann Mathieu, DeMario, those guys, they've been around. You got one at each level of the defense. Is that who you lean on, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. We lean on all the captains. I think our we've got some really good, experienced players in this league that have seen both ends of the spectrum. They've seen the good, they've seen the bad. They know what works, and they know the amount of work that has to go into being successful. And so, yeah, I absolutely lean on those guys. And the best teams that I've ever been on are the ones where the locker room has that accountability towards each other, and they hold each other accountable to the standard that we want to play at. And
the last question for you here, Coach, before I let you go on with your Fat Tuesday, if you will. So the cards that you play as coach, I've got a couple questions of your cards. Do you play the Nobody Believes in Us card? Have you done that? Do you play that card?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think that was kind of the initial thing for all of us as we went into this season. There's not a lot of people that got a lot of faith in us, and including, quite frankly, a lot of people in our own city. And so, you use that as a little bit of motivation. But really, it really boils down to just the standard that we want to hold each other to, and our work ethic and what we're willing to do to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And so, it takes what it takes in this league to win, and it's never easy. Well,
the last team to start a season 2-0 by scoring at least 44 or more in each of those games was the 2009 Saints that won it all. Do you play the card of we have an opportunity to win it all in our building? Have you done that? Do you do that?
We're way far away from that. Looking at that, we're worried about this week, Philadelphia, and trying to get that win. Because if you just worry about the card that's in front of you, then all the other things take care of themselves. When you start looking too far down the road, then that's when you slip up.
Okay, Coach, thanks so much. I think this interview went so well. I'm giving everybody off the rest of the day and Wednesday. We'll see you at Victory Tuesday, guys. Victory Tuesday.
Great. See you later. All right. See you.
Is that a bad way to run?
I like it. I'll leave that to you, Rich.
Where are you going? No, I was just joking. That's a joke.
I can't leave.
That's a joke.
These guys are gone.
Come on. All right. I'm just trying to take my cue from you. I need to drive a much sterner ship right here.
I scored 91
long
points
way to go.
in 2 games.
Coach, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
That's Dennis Allen right here getting set to host the Eagles right here on The Rich Eisen Show. There he goes. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.